All right, well, welcome back. This is the first episode where it's actually been a week later. And I did play maybe an hour and a half during the week, just gathering some resources, planting some trees. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to have it so that, like, every episode was, you'd get the original stuff, including all the boring bits, but no, I think I'll make an exception. I might do some resource gathering or anything like that. But if there's any like cool stuff, or I stumble on a cave or find a cool new area to build on, I thought, okay, no, I won't do that off camera. That might be a bit jarring. So I did start this little mine. It doesn't go down too far down, but I hit a cave and I stopped there so that I could actually explore it while I was on camera. So today we're going about on how this series, my thoughts, my continued thoughts on this series, as well as stuff that's happened in the last week or so. And I thought I'd also talk about the main talking point for today, I reckon, probably going to be my friends. Um, so I'm actually recording this at 11:15 in the morning, the day after a little gather. So I was supposed to record last night, but I was out, and this was like typical night out. Was very fun. Went to a pub, went to Macca's after that, and then bummed our way over to a park till like 1 in the morning. And that is what it sounded like last night as well. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, it was an awesome night, and I have some of the best friends around. They're so cool, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about them because friends change, they evolve, they develop. You lose some, you get some. Um, but I think the current friend group that I've got at the moment is, you know, I'm in my favorite season of life. I think so far. You know how people talk about seasons? It's like, oh, we're up to season 7, episode 21, and it's like I've got all these cool new people who have joined the cast, and currently it's my favorite cast I've had so far. I've had a few in the past, um, but yeah, this is by far my favorite one. And in terms of Minecraft, I've cleared out this little area, and I quite like it. Spawn's right over there, so I'm thinking like some kind of like little hut, little small house, that like a shelter, just a simple shelter that like I can go to if I ever die and I need to just like sleep in a bed. It'll be this little hut here. I only need to walk 50 meters or so. And then after that, we might start expanding down this area. I like all the water that's in this area. Um, I might have a bit more of an explore this way kind of thing. Um, but I'd like to get like a starter hut sort of started before, like have a home base before I start exploring around. Maybe pick up some redstone, get a compass, because the compass will point actually over here. Um, because that's where spawn is. So that'll be nice. So I thought I might get that started today, get a little hut going, and we're gonna see how my building techniques are. You're gonna finally see me build something after well over an hour of you know gameplay. Um, yeah. Now, I did a little bit of terraforming here as well, but I'm hoping that I can kind of stick to the layout of the land a little bit. I want to kind of, restrict myself creatively so that I can come up with a creative solution instead of just getting a flat area and then just, having the surroundings be, plain and boring. So, yeah, I'd like to terraform in a way that I can, keep the land looking as natural as possible. I did see this dog earlier. I do not have any bones. I'm very sad about that. Very, very sad about that. Eventually we'll get a dog. in the old versions of Minecraft, I think getting a dog is monsters in that cave somewhere in there. In the old versions, getting a dog is like, it's a must. If you're on a realm or something, it's kind of annoying getting a dog in a way, because then if you accidentally hurt a friend, or if you intentionally hurt a friend, more likely, you gotta have to deal with the dog. And I always feel bad for just kind of keeping a dog in the house sitting down. But then also you want to take care of the dog. It's this like balance of like I want to use the dog and I want to take the dog on all my adventures, but I also don't want the dog to die. So maybe we get an army of dogs. I don't know. Maybe that's something that we can consider for the future. I got all this stuff, and I got all this nice gravel. I've made sure that every time I've seen gravel, I've collected up all the gravel, because gravel's incredibly useful in this version for pathways and for detail. So I made sure to grab as much of that as I could. Gravel in the new version, still get a little bit, but only accidentally. But no, this version, get as much gravel as I need. Also brown wool. I heard that brown wool is really rare in this version, and I've come across not one but two brown cows already, and that's a little bit crazy. Getting 6 brown wool at the start of the world is pretty nuts in my opinion. But we might make another bed so I can add it to where it is over there and put it in the house. I'll grab some of this wood. I don't know if I can. I might just start building. Like, just get straight into it. Starting to think, am I feeling a bit nervous about building on camera? But it's Minecraft, and it's the early version of Minecraft. I heard that, like, it doesn't really matter, especially considering that, like, it's hard to make a Minecraft build in this version look bad, because it goes with the vibe of the entire game. So I'm thinking I would like to do this like fantasy hut kind of thing, but I don't know where to start with that. I've seen a couple photos, but that's about it. Now there's a crafting table over there, so we might be able to just quickly make a bed. Oh, this is better. Are things gonna wake me up if I'm not fully enclosed in a bed in a shack? We might find out the hard way, I guess. Yeah, we'll see how the building goes in this version. I'm hoping that it's okay, but I'm also thinking about runtime. Runtime for the episodes is currently 30 minutes. And it sounds like a lot, but when you're actually playing it and you're talking the whole time, those 30 minutes go by incredibly quickly. So I don't know, maybe we'll see by the 30-minute mark of this episode, and we'll actually we'll see how we're going. We'll see how we're going with it. All right, I kind of want to fill in this gap over here. We also need a farm. I mean, I've got tons of food in terms of pork chop, but I'd like to have some kind of farm at some point. Maybe not today. Maybe in the next one. But yeah, this series is. I'm already in my brain thinking that we're already up to like the third one, and this is what we're looking at here is the grand sum total of my builds. And that's already my brain being like, this isn't moving fast enough. Hurry up. It needs to be quicker. And the whole point of this series is to slow my brain down a little bit. So I'm already feeling that, man, I haven't accomplished enough. It's like day 3 of actually recording these episodes. So I need to just tell my brain to chill out and just realize that, well, it's my world. No one is affected by this but me. And if I die to a zombie tonight, that's on me. Oh, look at that. Okay. Sweet. Alright. The amount of satisfaction I just got from sleeping in a bed in Minecraft when I was expecting something to wake me up. It's kind of funny. Ooh, is this the old, like, crafted tables take a long time regardless of... Yes, it is. Oh, even using an axe takes a while on that. Alright, so I'm thinking we want to do like it's going to look like it's going to look like crap to begin with, but then we're going to build a second layer on top of it. So we're going to start with basically a cobblestone block, and then go from there. Now I want it to face, I think I'm wanting it to face this way, have the doorway be maybe either side. I don't know. We'll see how we go. I might start it over here. That could be nice. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Yes, he says small hut, and then he starts plotting out this massive fucking thing. Honestly, I would like to leave this space here for something really pretty, because we've already got the flowers there. Maybe some like water trickling down the big, like a stream, some nice like detailing. Also, I kind of want to get like a resource pack that changes the cobblestone back to its old texture. If you're a veteran, you know exactly the texture I'm talking about. It just looks prettier, in my opinion. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there. Now, I did say at the beginning that this series, I was not going to tell... I'm not sure if I actually said this anymore, but at the start, I was going to say that I wasn't going to tell any of my friends or any of my family or even my fiance that I'm actually doing this series. I want to just leave it low expectations, 0 expectations, and just have it be all up to me. And I broke that last night. I broke that thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we went to the park, and there's a park near my rental property, and this park is like got this really high up. I want to move it over, so it's over this way a little bit more. I want to move it to here. I'm gonna have to redo it. Do I want to redo it, or do I want to have a nice pathway? I'll do it here, so I can have a nice pathway going around, because otherwise it'll be a bit cramped going in between these two. Oh yes, birds. Birds are awake. The cockatiels are awake. I might even just quickly let them out. Yes, so we went to the park last night after having quite a few drinks, and kind of, I've got these two friends, and we sat up in this like high up playground, like incredibly high up for a kid's playground. It was insane. But it's like we're basically just sitting in this little cube at the top, and I don't know, we're at least 8 meters up, and it's totally completely dark, and we're just there chatting about our lives and whatnot. I want to put a door here. I don't want to put a door here. Yeah, this is gonna look awful to begin with. I'm so sorry, but you know, I want to get the old texture pack in here so that it's like really cool. We might also do a doorway over here as well. Easy little shack. Yeah, this will be fine. So we're up in this little like we're up in this playground and it's pitch black, and I don't know, it's something about this playground or being high up in the dark with two of your closest mates. You just start sharing stuff. And so we started talking about um, life in general, and it was um, really good conversation, especially as guys. We don't really talk ever about that kind of stuff, but no, last night we had these really deep, meaningful conversations about personal stuff and romantic endeavors and that kind of thing, and the struggles that even come with that too, and our thoughts behind it. So I have a fiance. I'm talking to these two guys who are both single, but there are stages where they are both happy with that, which is really healthy. Like it was some seriously healthy thoughts and um, really happy thoughts about being single and like the joy, the freedom that it gives you, but the infinite possibilities of life in that stage. Um, I want to put a glass window up there. Probably. Um, but no. So we revealed a lot about what was going on in our minds, and I let slip that I started this series, and the other two they were like, "Damn, that's actually a really cool idea. I might give that a try." Okay, I'm out of cobblestone already. Look, yeah. Until we get to the, is it too big? It might be too big for it. No, we're gonna see how we go. I do also need some like wood in here as well. Not sure how we're gonna do that. Maybe like some pillars, some beams. 2, 3, 4. Like on the outside or on the inside? The outside would give it a bit of depth, but then the inside would mean I save on blocks. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Even if I did it in, no, I'm not gonna do it, Mitch. We're gonna see how we go. Maybe on one side I'll do it like that, and then the other side I'll see what it looks like different. Hmm. Yeah, that looks better. Anyway, getting more wood and cobble. So I told these guys about it, and they were like, "Damn, that's a really cool idea." Long story short, basically, that was a really cool idea. Um, but they shared the sentiment. Like every time we try journaling or diaries or anything like that, it just never works out. And in this case, gives me a chance to ramble and decompress, but also give my hands something to do. Because there's that thing. It's like, guys, if we want to talk or like open up or do anything, like give the guy something to fidget with, and then just let him ramble, which is basically what I'm doing now. So I got some of the coolest, yeah. And on that thought, I got some of the coolest friends around. Like, incredibly, incredibly lucky that I've got these such amazing friends. Um, it's from high school. I went to a high school where it was very, I don't know, socially competitive. It's kind of a weird way of putting it, but like I didn't like the vibe that was happening at high school. It was just very gross. It felt very like, not like a popularity contest, but basically. Um, and I wasn't anywhere near the most popular. I was probably closer to the bottom of the list in high school. But I'm okay with that. Lots of those people have, lots of my at the time would have called friends. Most of those people I've now, um, I don't talk to anymore. Um, and that's, damn, really? Already? Most of those people I don't talk to anymore. Um, for various reasons. For the current friendship circle that I've got, is just incredible, just the best. They, so every Friday I do this thing. Every Friday night, I host a board games night for me and my friends, and it's like, I highly recommend doing this, but it's a regular thing. Happens every week, same time, same place, every single week, and whoever rocks up, rocks up. There's no stress, there's no pressures, there's no like expectations of people rocking up. If no one rocks up, well, I just get to go to bed early or watch a movie or something. I don't lose anything. But more often than not, I get maybe 8 people or so. 8 people or so who rock up, and we have like just the best time. Um, and like 8 people, that's when you're thinking in terms of like how big is your friendship circle. 8 people is not big. But if you're thinking of if you're thinking of 8 people playing board games together, there's a there's a good chunk of board games out there that like you know can play with 8 people, but many board games are geared towards 4. So it's actually hard to find board games in a way for the purpose of playing with a big group of friends, which is a nice problem to have. Um, is that gonna work? One, two, hang on. No. Oh no. I either need to expand one of the walls in, out, or in. I forgot that I can lose track of stuff very quickly. See, I'm doing this like it's. Should have started the frame first. Well, I'm going to need that. Yes, highly recommend starting up like a board games thing. Just once a week. Same place, same time, same place, every single week. And it gives something for you to look forward to by the end of the week. Maybe I don't do it on the edge. Maybe I just do it like this. It might look a bit. Nah, that looks fine. That looks fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, easy. It doesn't need to be perfect. It looks fine. I'm gonna just gaslight myself into thinking it's fine. Right. Other news involves family, I guess, because I got the best friends, and I got some really caring family as well. That's not gonna work now, is it? That's better. I got some very caring family. It's, but with it, of course, with family, there's always a little bit of drama, and I'm not sure if I'm prepared to go into the drama today, but eventually I might let slip about the family drama that's happened recently, particularly around my engagement. Let's say that. If we do it like that, does that mean we have to do it like this? Honestly, that looks quite nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, nice. That'll do well, I think. And then, like, we'll do the second layer with, like, a ring of wood around it. Or do the, that could work. I promise that'll make sense later on. This is going to be a bigger project than I thought it would be. I do want to keep this like flat facing wall. Maybe we can turn it into like a bird. Are you okay? Maybe we can turn the wall into like a, you know, there's like project walls with all the wooden signs. Maybe we turn it into that kind of thing. It's a nice like base of operations to begin with, because otherwise I'll lose track of. Can you stop with all of that noise? I do need leather. Oh, maybe like a line that goes across that way. Nah, we'll just leave it how it is. Okay. I think that's gonna be the basic gist. I do want like that to be. I don't want that to be glass. Alright, nah, you gotta go. Ugh. Yeah, I want this to be the entrance, but that I'm okay with. You're joking. So noisy. This side I don't know about. I'll work out what's going to happen on that side. Yeah, the second floor, I need to make some... Are we going to do a ladder for the second floor, or are we going to make it a bit nicer than just ladder? Maybe like a staircase. A staircase would be nice. Maybe put the bed here for now. I'm thinking like a staircase that goes up this way and then up that way. So like maybe starting it here, going up and then turning. So having like a platform, but maybe have the platform out of planks. So having it, I might have it here. That kind of puts it at, so I can go underneath it and still jump, so that's nice. But then it's not a very big staircase going up this way. But if I put it down here, if I put it down here, then it means that this little nook is a bit too cramped. I don't want this to feel cramped at all, so it's going up there. Whoop. We might make it there. No. Yeah, that works. Maybe get the torch underneath there as well. Whoop. One there, one there. Nope. One there, one there. I don't like torches being so close to wood. Okay. Make some stairs now, I guess. We're currently sitting on 28 minutes. And I'm okay with that. I think I like just playing Minecraft too much. Which sounds weird considering that I've been so burnt out of Minecraft that I've had to strip it back to its bare essentials and create a format of content creation in order to get back into it. Now, can I do this? Oh no. Wait. Okay, so note to self, ladders don't go upside down and they take forever to break. Do I want to do this? Oh, they don't go sideways either. That's not right. Not gonna do that. Do I make it cobble? Let's try it. Honestly, I don't mind cobble or okay, we do cobble. We do both. We do a mix of both. Let me cook. We do like a column there. Oh, no. We bring it out a little bit. Make it look a bit more supported. Yes. do this with some... I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Let's see how it looks on this side. I do, yeah, no, I like that. And of course, I am one short of stairs. In very typical fashion. Feels like, does this want to be there? Does it want to be there? No, it does not. It wants to go there. If I want to raise it up and make some fences, that's fine. Yes, and of course I'm one. And then that can be a little nook. That's cool. I like that. Can I do this though? Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's nice. I might place a bed in there. This is now my bedroom. I hope I don't get stuck in there for some reason. I'm just going to close that off, I reckon. We need doors, and then we need to probably fill in these blocks. For now, well, I might do gravel for now. Gravel for now, just to keep things enclosed, but later on I might want to make it either glass or wood or sand. I know sand and wool sounds crazy, but it could actually work. Alright, we are sitting on the 30-minute mark, and I think I will call it here for now. We've made it pretty decent enough. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I might continue this later. Or I'll just shoot another episode here now. Just because I like playing Minecraft too much. This turned from life journal into Minecraft Let's Play very quickly. I'll think of it. If I think of some other things to talk about, I will, and I'll keep going. But until then, thank you very much, future me who's watching this. Have a good day.